Before we begin, for those of you that watch my channel, for those of you that get turned off by me making extremely long videos, it's a part of my creative process. When I make my super long videos, they're usually ranty. They're usually me talking in circles. They're usually me just literally brain dumping on you. So if y'all turn on the video and you see that it's going to be 40 minutes, I don't expect you to watch the entire thing. I expect you to just click through it and listen to it in all honesty. But if you do sit through it and listen to all of it, then you're going to hear what the next videos are going to be about. You see how I get down? It's just the raw data before I clean it up and tailor it. What I've been doing recently in the past couple of days is I've really just been experimenting with my thoughts. I put them all out there and I look for y'all's feedback. If I hear nothing, then I'm just going to keep on going. If I see that a lot of people are unsubscribing, I just consider that a shakeout video. It's a win-win for me. Like I said, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a dude that likes to try out new ways to articulate himself, and that's what I'm going to keep on doing. When it comes to this conversation, I did make a very long-winded video about the black woman. So in this one, I do want to make one about the black man. And I did record this yesterday, but I feel like I already felt like I could do it better, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, that's going to be the next little section of my channel that I like to talk about is just black men, black women. And I'm just from time to time, I'm just going to put my thoughts about very simply on something so I can get as in-depth as possible about one subject. I'm the dork in this situation. I'm the nerd. But I've still found my divinity. I've still found my power in this route, in this solo route. Men fighting against women, women fighting against men. Then my little weirdo ass can just come in and be like, hey guys, you're annoying in this type of way. You're annoying in this type of way. Now let's stop arguing and let's work together. That's just kind of like the perspective that I feel that I offer to this conversation. And right now with the couple videos I put on it, I don't feel like this is my lane, but I just got to find my voice. And that's just what I'm going to continue to keep on improving upon. So with that being said, let's talk about the black man. One of the things about the black man that we just need to just skip right to is we need to reclaim our power. Okay? Society itself doesn't want you to be a man as is. It's like everything that's masculine about us is now known as toxic masculinity. But we need to say screw society, and what about our young men? What about our brothers, our little brothers? What about our little nephews, our little male cousins? Overall, you can identify yourself, you can express yourself as a king, as a god, however it is that you want. I am a nerd. I'm dressed down. But I could be sitting next to Dapper Dan, who has the name brand hat, the nice beard, the chiseled cheekbones, and like the name brand clothes from head to toe. That's just how we express ourselves. Who is more or less of a king than the other one? Neither one. It's all a mental state. And that's something that we need to get back to as kings. We need to start giving respect to everyone that we see off rip. It's like the way I plan on talking about this is like black men amongst black men and black men against our women. And I'm going to break these down in separate videos, but I'm just talking good grand rising king, but it's like it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning right now, and I just had a lot on my mind. So here we go. I alluded to this before, and it came from Rashad Jamal's idea, but there's nothing gangster about me, there's nothing streets about me, and I'm not here to promote violence. But I do find it to be a very valid point that people in the hoods, black men in the hoods, will gain credit, will gain their teardrops for killing someone that looks just like them. Every time a black man's walking around, hey, yo, what he doing though? Hey, yo, what he doing? What he doing? I'm watching. Hey, officer, how you doing? I'm watching you too. But what's that dude doing though? You just let the officer walk on by, the one that's taking you out of your community, taking you away from your spot, taking you away from your trap house. But then the dude that lives the same life as you, this very similar situation, just a few blocks away, is the one that you pop off on, and you gain satisfaction for killing that dude, and then you go and rap about it. That baffles me. We are supposed to be the protectors, but you're protecting yourself from a problem that you are propagating. And some of y'all don't even know that there's some other external hands that are keeping y'all fighting each other. Y'all don't notice that every time there's a big wig that's trying to bring the gangs together, that person gets disappeared? Y'all don't find that strange? You have to have a bigger picture, some of y'all. Y'all can be like, wait a minute, why am I killing the dude that shares the same genetic makeup as me? But I run away from the quote, quote, real enemy. That's crazy to me. But nevertheless, no matter what your situation is, black men, we have really suppressed our emotions to one another. We as men already do that. We don't talk about those sensitive stuff. We don't talk. Why not? We are black men that are going through a very similar struggle, a very unique struggle, that's something that only another black man can relate with you on. So why wouldn't you sit down with your brother and talk about things? Hey, yo, bro, I just feel discouraged, bro. I mean, my company's doing well, but I'm trying to make it out. Like, I'm trying to do something big with it. Like, I'm trying to get that big endorsement, that big deal or something. That person might come up to you and like, why do you need their approval? Why do you need their deal? You could do it on your own. You got this whole group of black people and you're trying to worry about them? Build us up. That's something that we need to get back to, especially as black men. Building up other black men. That's something that I do with my semen retention. I'm here for everybody. But sometimes it's really important that I say, look, I am a black man. Don't y'all forget it. And I'm going to talk to my people. I'm going to raise up my people. I'm going to raise up the people that look like me as well. It's one of those things where it's like we got into such an individualistic mindset that it's like, oh, I'm flexing on these dudes. I'm flexing on these dudes. Oh, I'm better than you. Look at my car. Look at my girl. Look at my house. Look at me. I'm doing so much better than you. I got this and that. And it's like, okay, but instead of flexing by yourself, why don't you shine with everyone? It's like, shout out to Earn Your Leisure. This is like one of the channels I actually don't watch too much. I use it as subliminal programming for myself. I see black men having an educated conversation about finances and stuff. I could definitely benefit from sitting down and learning from them a little bit more directly. But at the same time, it's just like I have a different understanding of money. Money is just energy to me. So all I have to do is set out my energy and it will come to me. I don't need to know the nitty gritty. But if that works for you, I will definitely rely upon your expertise. That's the other thing. It's like it's a male ego, but especially in the black community, it's very hard for us to give each other props. When I still do wear, like, if you can see them, kind of, some of them are hanging up there. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but nevertheless, I have like those crystal chip necklaces. I got those from Rashad Jamal. I saw those. I was like, yo, those are fly as hell. No, hold up. I'm gonna rock those myself. I'm gonna add my own swag to them. And that's something about giving respect. You see someone doing something, oh, you jocking me, bro. You copying me, bro. Look, there's only so many things I can wear, and that looks cool. I'm giving you all the credit. That looks good. I'm gonna do that as well, and I'm gonna let everybody know where I got it from. That's just how I get down. I have no problem learning from someone and adapting something that they're doing in my own world. Why does it matter? A lot of people want to stand out, and that's cool. But at the same time, when it's your people that are looking like you, shouldn't that bring you a sense of familiarity with that person, with that group of people that are looking and dressing just like you? Hey, he about it. How are you? You know something about me before we even speak. I'm in the crystals. I have some type of spiritual guidance. So that could start the conversation right there. Some of us men still think that all of our masculinity, all of our kingness, all of our divinity comes from our physical aptitude, whether it be what we show off in the gray sweatpants, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, or it's just the fact that I can bench 800 pounds and you think that's what makes you a man. No. Don't get me wrong, it helps, of course, to be able to provide and protect the family and your people around you. Of course, you need to be somewhat physically fit. But then it's also on the other end, you're saying that I can't protect my family by telling them to meditate and accept the guidance that's coming down, that's always telling us, like which way we should move, which way we shouldn't do, which thing that we should do, which thing that we shouldn't do, which thing that we should eat, which things that we shouldn't eat, etc. You're telling me that doesn't protect my people as much as you being able to die for them in the physical? Well, what if I use my mental and my spiritual to guide my family to safety? What if I'm like a frail weakling because I've been fasting for 6 years straight, but every single decision I make is correct? You're telling me that doesn't make me a king, but having all that money and stuff does, and you're still making wrong decisions? How about we say, okay, wait, how did you bring all that physical wealth into your life? Let me learn from you. Okay, cool. Now let me show you my spiritual wealth. Now I'm not saying, of course, like I'm the only one. Of course not. But it's just an example. You know, we need to get back to the point where we all just exchange off rip. You know, we need to stop tearing each other down. We need to stop trying to be the only one. It's like some of us still have the hood mindset when some of us were never born in the hood. I'm from the burbs. Okay, I'm a suburban kid, but my dad's from the hood. It's like, and I understand things. I will never claim the hood. I'll never be like, yo, I'm gangster because my dad's gangster. No, but I get it. I understand it. I'm a book smart nerd that can get down with some gangster people. Hey, look, I'm just gonna stand here quiet because I don't know what protocol is gonna offend somebody, and I'm not trying to get I'm not trying to start no situations. All right, I'm gonna just sit here, be cool. If I'm addressed, I'll speak. That sound fair? That sound fair? All you gangster people out here? All right, bet. Very common sense type of stuff. But speaking of that, another thing that we need to bring back is adaptability. That is one of my favorite traits about myself is adaptability. A lot of us are like, I'm prepared for this and I'm ready for my gun. But it's like something I learned from Brother Yosef from the New Life Tools channel. Shout out to the Watchatiri. It's like, he said a long time ago, it's like I fight with my magic. It's like, I think he said I fight with my magic, not my hands, or I fight with something like that. But nevertheless, I take that overboard. I don't like the idea of guns. I don't like guns. I like a bow. If I gotta shoot something, I like a bow and arrow. There's something that feels real about it. I don't like the fact that a 6-year-old can pick up a gun and shoot you, accidentally or shoot themselves. I don't like that there's that much power in the palm of anyone's hands. I don't like guns for that reason. But if you like them, sure. And if push comes to shove it where I need one, then hey, whatever. It is what it is. Adaptability. Some of us have become way too stern, stubborn in our ways, and no matter what people there's a difference between you being a man that has a mission, that has a clear goal, and you're not going to listen to anyone that's taking you away from it because you see the whole path. There's a difference between this, this one, and just being full-blown stubborn, and you don't want to listen to anybody's input, male, female, family, friend, whatever. You don't want to listen to nobody, and it's like, bro, you drinking a 40 every single day. Do you know that's why your eyes are yellow, my guy? Speaking of which, especially as men, if we are supposed to be the leaders, some of us ain't acting like it. We're not leaders. Some of us just got a bomb dick game, a smooth mouthpiece, and we can get any woman we want. We can finesse any deal at the flea market we want. We can do all this type of stuff. And that we think we get that false sense of confidence because we were able to mentally judo somebody to get in what we wanted. Don't get me wrong. We have this gift. We have the gift of gab. That is why this melanin makes us more prevalent to be, performers, because that signal goes through us. That signal goes through us to make our muscles twitch faster, to make our brains more openly ready to musical input. That's what our melanin does. We as black men especially need to start to lead the charge on this. Black men and black women, everyone lead the charge, but we especially need to lead by example. What happens, gentlemen, when we create something? We all as men get together and start to build. Remedy H says, build your structures. But even when I listen to Remedy H, I'm like, but there's something else we can be building. What if we build ourselves? When we build ourselves, we can go help out these people that want to build these structures. Now that we've raised our vibrations, now that I've helped build a little militia, a little army, now we can bring them into the spiritual army and say, okay, y'all ready now? Go build these crazy structures that this man's talking about. Okay, cool. Y'all ain't with the building structures. Then go build something to go defend your neighborhood. What happens when we raise our vibrations so much? Every single man raises their vibration so much that we're all literally the walking gods that we are claiming ourselves to be. Yo, I'm a god. I'm a black man. I'm a god. Act like it, because some of y'all ain't. You got 16 baby mamas. Okay, congratulations. You're being fruitful and multiplying, but you're ain't shit dad. That's crazy. And this is where some men might fall off with me. But it's like we say, some men want to fall under the category of men are not supposed to be I always say that, misogynistic. We're not supposed to be monogamous, and there's some truth to that. I have to agree with you there. But some of y'all use that little bit of science that just condones your bad habit. And you can't be doing that. Men ain't supposed to be monogamous. I'm supposed to be out here sticking my dick in everything. Like kind of, sort of, but you have formed a responsibility to that child that you just gave birth to. Why are you out here popping out kids if you're not going to take care of them? You are forming one more kid that's going to have like daddy issues as a man, and he's going to take that out on his woman, or he's not going to have that masculine frame to really run the streets like you were, to be as dominant as you were. Or you're going to treat your, or make this person, make the son, especially let's just keep it with the son, keep your son, hella aggressive for no reason and just want to dog out women just like his dad. And if you think that's a good thing, I'm sorry. I don't want you teaching our children like that. We've been taught to say, oh, fuck these hoes. And we look at our black queens like nothing but orifices, like nothing but holes. And that's crazy. Yes, some women have dropped in frequency, and that's all that they have become. But the thing is, we sit here and judge. Oh, look at her, she's easy. Look at that, she's a hoe. Look at her, she's a harlot. Look at her, she'll give it up to anybody. And you'll judge her, but then you will slide right into the DMs. So what does that say about you? Some of us men already know, I'll never do that. No. I'm all about queens and goddesses up here. Cool, more power to you. And there's nothing wrong about having a little fling, a little casual thing with some of your sisters. Do what you do. You're having fun. Have fun. You do that. As long as y'all understand the agreements that are being made with every sexual act, then I don't care what you do. I'm just telling people to be more cautious what you stick your dick in. That's all I'm saying, gentlemen. All right? Smashing as many women as you can does not make you a man. It gives you a lot of knowledge that you can pass down to little nerds like me, to other little nerds that are on the come up before they blossom into their adulthood. But what else? What else do you have? What else do you offer this world? Well, yeah, I knocked back that porn star that one time. Then I knocked back that celebrity. I'm not even famous like that, bro. That's cool. But what are you doing for your community? What are you doing to build people up? It's like right now, I'm doing that at the best I can. I'm trying to just raise everyone at the same time, but sometimes I need to focus on my people. What happens when we become the epitome of the best husbands, the best life partners, the best flings, as long as we are all appropriate and respectful of each other's situations in life? What if we become the creme de la creme and not just a fetish, black man? We are not just a fetish. Yeah, you know what I got. You know what I'm packing. Girl, got the elephant in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, what if we are more than just our stereotypical big dicks? How about that? What if we are more than that? Crazy concept, I know. And what if we all walk around and we praise our women? Even the women that are disrespecting us. We take that blow. We as men are supposed to do that. We take that hit. And we still show praise to that disrespectful woman. We may not give her any extra effort, any extra time, if you will, but at the same time, it's like, hey, she's a little lost right now, but that's our queen. You ain't gonna disrespect her like that. Yes, she may be acting a bit out of line right now, but you're still not gonna disrespect my queen like that. You don't even have to know this black woman, but if you see a black woman needs your help, I don't care how disrespectful she is. I don't care how ungrateful she is. It's time that we step up regardless. When your kids are having a hissy fit, do you sit there and yell at them? Ah! Or do you show the patience because they are children and they are expressing their emotions the only way they know how? Have you worked on that level of patience? When your girl's arguing with you and she's saying some crazy stuff that you just sitting here like, that doesn't make sense. Do you sit back and feed into her? Do you unintentionally fall into your feminine and argue back with her? Or do you be her rock in her ocean of emotion? Do you just sit here and just let her get everything out and just sit there in silence? Are you able to just sit there and let her talk herself out? Are you willing to take that chance, if you will, that for some of y'all it's a gamble, to sit there in silence and not say anything back? Because we all have had that conversation, and it's like I had that conversation with my mom, but definitely with like an ex or two, like when you have like a super emotional conversation that whatever you say to that woman is not going to get through. So there's no point yelling. Yelling is not going to get the answer through to your woman, to your women in your life. It's not going to work. You've not entered their world. That's a test, gentlemen. No matter how gangster you are, no matter how whatever you are, that's a lesson I've been able to sit back and learn through y'all's actions. You don't join them in the yelling fest. You sit back, you're calm, cool, and collected. And what you don't understand is sometimes womanese doesn't have the words, just like how Chinese doesn't have certain words in English that will say, until you have a very mature woman by your side or whatever, very seldomly will they appreciate your silence. That will actually irritate them. It'll annoy them. But that's what causes that tension, that polarity, where it's like, hey, you done? And if she wants to keep on arguing, okay. Now are you done? Oh, you're still not done. Well, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to take a break. You can keep on yelling at me if you want to, but I'm going to go for a quick drive. I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to go walk the dog real quick. I'm going to go take the kids outside real quick. And then we can revisit this conversation, because we're not ending this day without finishing this conversation. But you're not going to yell at me. You're not going to call me out of name. You're not going to disrespect me. And if you want to continue to do that, then we have nothing more to talk about. You see how much different that is than rather, no, you gonna listen to me, Trick. You gonna listen to me. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm a nerd, and I just sit back and I observe, and I'm just crafting my game plan for when it's my time to lead my future family. I'm just taking notes. I'm a king, I'm a man, I'm a god, I'm all the above, and so should you. And we should all be recognizing that in each other. If we are operating from this frequency, we need to bring our women, we need to bring our children up to our frequency. But some of y'all are really falling short. Some of y'all are not willing to lead. Some of y'all think bossing your woman around is leading. Some of you think controlling your woman, where she could go, who she could talk to, is leading. I mean, technically it is, but if you have to control the people in your lives, that means they don't naturally want to be there. So you are going against nature. You're making people be there around you instead of them just gravitating towards you because of the greatness that you are exuding. We should all, if there's a group of black men, everybody driving by should be looking at us, black men, however we are dressed. If I'm in my joggers and my hoodie, wearing my all black and my crystals, and whether you want to be Dapper Dan, wearing all the name brand, we should be able to stand as one together, hang out together, have a drink together. If you still smoke cigars, have cigars together, do whatever together, exercise together, build together, plan together, be each other's therapy sessions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't talk about emotions. This man weak, bro. This man weak, bro. What are you talking about? Your emotions determine your impact, determine your actions. The way you feel about something might make you trigger and do something stupid. So it's very important that you're around a whole bunch of other level-headed individuals that are going through something similar as you, or that have gone through something like you. When it comes to our women, once again, stop looking at our women as just sexual objects. That's the brainwashing. We listen to all this rap where we talk about, yeah, my bitch, and that's respectful. If someone walks up and calls your mama a bitch, that's going to piss you the fuck off. But if someone walks up and calls your wife a bitch, it still pisses you off. But then in your free time, oh, you my bitch. Why are we still calling our women female dogs? That's like even the word bitch is already degrading, but then you know what a bitch is. That's your dog, your female dog. I don't know, I might be a little too literal with it, but there's certain shit I can't do. I cannot say to my woman. I see my black woman as the divine creator of this world. All life came from her. All of us popped out of a black woman. You understand? And you have the nerve to disrespect that. That's weird to me. Gentlemen, this is not simping. This is not pandering. You need to show respect to the people that literally gave you life. Some of y'all are still some women-hating men. You've had a couple of bad breakups, a couple bad interactions with some girls, and all of a sudden, all men are terrible. All women are demonized. Some of y'all got to grow up. Some of y'all didn't have a strong mother figure in your lives. So you just don't know what it feels like to be around a woman, how to speak with a woman, and this type of stuff. You haven't learned that type of stuff. Well, it's time to start learning. Some of you didn't have a strong male figure in your lives. That's why some of y'all have no backbones. And no disrespect, I know we're supposed to say unification, but sometimes you got to call a duck a duck. Sometimes y'all are just pussy. Y'all aren't even willing to say what it is that you're thinking. I know my position. I'm supposed to be the motivator. I'm supposed to get people to where they need to be. That's my role in this cosmic war right now until it develops into something else. I'm here to motivate and build people. the more people we have ready to fight, the more people that we have aware to the information that's going on in this world that we are using in this battle, that's me winning. That's me raising everyone up, black, white, yellow, purple, okay? And just saying, go. But it's very important that someone with a strong voice like mine and a voice that's developing more and more as I practice and practice and practice, you know, it's like my voice deserves to be heard just like yours. Even if you start your YouTube channel right now and no one watches it for a year, something I was told was, you know, even if no one watches your videos, the impact that you have, the energy that you're sending out has an impact bigger than that than which that you know. Whatever, y'all know what I meant. You know, has a bigger impact than I can even comprehend. Because I'm sending out energy. It doesn't matter if you directly see this with your eyes. The energy that I'm consistently pumping out to the world is part of my purpose. That's part of what I'm supposed to be doing. Some of you men still haven't found your purpose. And that's okay. But what are you doing not attracting it to you? What are you doing not searching for it? What are you doing not preparing for your purpose? What are you doing? You just living your life? You just going to wait till your 30s to slow down and start using your brain? Why don't you do that now? Why don't you use your brain? Build a business. Have a nice chick that you mess around with from time to time, as long as y'all have a very adult relationship and understanding what y'all are doing. Speaking of which, real quick, you know, once again, I'm not the casual guy. I'm one of those weirdos that has to be in love to have sex. I'm sorry, I'm one of those weirdos, so forgive me. But for those of y'all that want to be casual and stuff, let's start to be a little bit more mature. Y'all hate when women play games with you, so stop playing the games. If you're someone like me that's practiced semen retention, which is like pretty much the reset button on masculinity, if you need to reset something, do semen retention for like a month minimum and then go see the results. That's just my little quick plug for that. But if you're having that casual hookup, be real about it. Some of y'all use the tricks and some, like just like how women, like they hold like the pussy, they hold sex up and like, I can get him to do whatever I want. Some of y'all hold that financial security over these people's heads as well. That's equally as bad. Some of y'all just hold this bomb dick. If you want this dick, come on. And I know you gotta talk your shit sometimes. And then y'all have your own swag. Don't get me wrong. Don't let me mess up your swag. But like what I'm saying is just be real with it. Don't promise women relationships and how you gonna love them and how you gonna talk to them and how you treat them all nice until you get some ass. To me, I find that very disrespectful. I'm not saying rude, because as a man, I understand the game. I get it, but that's just why I don't play it. Y'all can play that all you want. I'm just saying bring a different level of respect to it. If you trying to hit it and get her out your house, don't just hit it and before she even wipes off, kick her out. At the very least, what you could do is just give her that damn 5 minutes to just be held for a little bit. She gave up her prize. Just give her a hold for 5 minutes. Sometimes they need that. Sure, some of these chicks are quote quote bad bitches and they freaks and they can do all this type of stuff. But some of these women are that freaky and promiscuous because they are hurt and they're trying to feel something. And what you don't understand is you're taking on that energy as well. No matter how powerful you are, you're taking on that energy. Now, if you're spiritually aware and you know how to purge your energies and purge external energies, then cool, more power to you. But you need to understand that it's your responsibility to start to guide these women back to health, to guide them back to happiness, even if you're not going to play a permanent role in their lives. Hey, yo, look, we had a great time tonight. I really appreciate that. But like, you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, is there something that you need to talk about? Is there something that you need to work on? All right, bet. Look, that ain't going to be for me, but you really need to go talk to this person. Or you really need to go get that checked, you know, with a therapist or something, or with a trusted person. You need to talk this out because I was feeling that energy. Don't get me wrong, it was wild. It was wild. But you see what I'm saying? Because even though I've had very limited amount of sex, very limited partners in comparison to some of y'all beat me in body count in middle school, okay? But one of the things I've learned is we take on that energy. All those things that you think is just sex is not. You are taking on the energy of all these little hoes that you are messing with. You're taking on that energy. That's why it's so hard for some of y'all to stop, because you've taken on their energy that requires sex to make yourself feel good. I just made a video for my retention guys out there. where I was talking about how that nut is the only pleasure that they truly have in life. Some of y'all's only pleasure is getting drunk, getting high, having sex, and y'all have a bunch of money. But what kind of life is that? Pussy, money, weed, all a nigga need. Some of y'all are living that stereotype. What do you really need as a man? No disrespect. It's like, obviously we shouldn't need anything, but keeping it in the scope of that context, I need a strong woman by my side. I need a strong woman that if I go down, she can keep things running in my absence. But y'all just want a bad chick. She looks good. She could do that crazy stuff. No, can I have a woman that can keep the kingdom running temporarily while I'm down? If I have to travel somewhere, I don't know, if I fall into a coma, but I come back, are my affairs still in order because I trusted this woman or women in my life to hold it down for me? Speaking of women or women, once again, this is something I alluded to in my video for the black woman. But for the black man, a lot of us are starting to wake up to the idea of polygamy. Now, some of you will be like, yeah, that's dope. I would love to have 2 chicks, 3 chicks walking around my house doing... See, you already have the wrong mindset. The second you see polygamy, you think of sexual objects and little slaves to run around doing your chores. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there is some overlap with these types of things with this mindset. But you have to remember that I might be unpopular opinion here, but women are your equals in the relationship. However, they are not your equal in being a man, just like you are not their equal in being a woman. The woman cannot raise a son to be a man. The man cannot raise a daughter, to be a full-fledged woman. We're going to make our daughter a boy. We're going to make our sons a girl. That's just how it works. We need the men to raise the boys. We need the women to raise the girls. We need this balance. We need it. Okay? So when we are building these communities, when we are going this, what is your mindset? What is it that you need? All I need is my family and my friends right now. I don't need money. I don't need drugs. I don't need weed. I don't need alcohol. Some of y'all need that though. You don't need alcohol. You don't need weed to have a good time. Some of y'all need that. I have a good time with me just sitting here. I could be in the middle of a club now and I could just go somewhere else in my brain. We need to all raise our spirituality. Spirituality is a lot more than just yoga. Just sitting here in one spot, saying some things and meditating. No, it's you regaining your power. That's why there's so many external circumstances, all these external distractions, black man. All this, all that, all sexualizing your own women, all of the drugs, the alcohol, the raps, the sports, the basketballs, the footballs, the debt, all these are distractions. Everything, all the stuff that you are distracted by is outside of you right now. What happens when you just say, yo, fuck all that? I'm going to just fall back for a little bit. I'm going to fall back for a month. I don't even say you have to do the semen retention, but I'm going to get my diet in order. I'm going to go learn about diet and nutrition. I'm going to go learn that just because I've been eating Fruity Pebbles since I was 6 doesn't mean it's okay to eat them now. All that is sugar and corn. That's all it is. And you just eating that every single morning as a grown-ass adult. Don't get me wrong. I indulge myself. I'm not perfect. But when you make a whole habit out of it, that's when it's time to change your behavior. As a man, you should know when your body is in peak performance and you should know when it's hurting. Some of y'all are so disconnected to your bodies that y'all think the orgasm is an automatic ejaculation. Orgasm happens in the brain. Ejaculation happens in the dick. They're 2 separate processes, but right now they're linked. Some of y'all think you have to get that nut. No matter what you do, until you're done, you gotta get that nut. I implore you. It's like, try this out. Smash, do what you gotta do, and don't ejaculate and hold on to that power. Some of y'all be, man, that's blue balls, bro. That's blue balls, bro. Okay, cool. Your body has not been disciplined. Trust me, you feel a different sense of power when you do that whole thing and like, damn, I can go again whenever you're ready. There's a sense of confidence that comes from that. No pun intended. Okay? It's like there's a sense of confidence with that. That's another level of confidence. It's like, wait a minute. I felt good when I could see my load all over this chick. But you know what? Let me see what this weirdo nerd ass dude's talking about real quick. Let me just experiment with my girl and see how damn, hold up, that did feel different. I mean, I gotta get used to not finishing it off, but yo, that was different. You know what I'm saying? It's like That's what I'm here to show y'all. Let my nerdly ass show you something. If you want to be the jock, let me be the nerd that does your homework. All right, look, this is what health does. Boom. This is semen retention. Boom. This is meditation. Boom. This is manifestation. Boom. Now, black man, black men, let's all get together and use these little tools and expand upon them in our own ways, in our own unique ways, and then go teach that to somebody else. Teach each other. Stop trying to be the best. Stop trying to, and by be the best, of course we should always try to be the best. But I'm saying stop trying to be the best at the expense of your own. If you are rising, I don't care if we're fighting for number one. We're both started black-owned companies. We both started black-owned organizations that are trying to do the most community service in our neighborhoods or whatever. And we're growing and growing and growing. Are you going to do a sabotage ad and be like, you shouldn't be doing community service with them. You should do it with us. You see what I'm saying? Would you do that? No. Grow together. Community service is the same as a business. These rankings, that's not us. There might be someone that we all know is the best at something, but that's always going to be up for debate, even with a chart. They can say, oh, so-and-so sold the most albums. They're number one. That doesn't mean that they're the best rapper. That doesn't mean that they're the best singer. They're the best at selling those records, though. You got to give them that. But what does that mean? Do you have the best business? The best business might be number 75 on the list because they truly take care of their employees and all that type of stuff. And you at number one thinking that you're holding the crown, you don't need to keep on developing and learning. You could be missing up on number 75 that's about to burst right past you. That's why you help them on the way up. So when they inevitably grow, you don't know who the people at the bottom are going to be in the future. So help everyone grow and stop tearing people down. I come back to that tearing people down thing, and I'm going to end it on this. Because when I started this YouTube thing, you know, I was actually very hurt by my first consistent hater. I was actually hurt. It actually did not make me feel good. I actually felt it when I had like 300 something subscribers. And the dude, it didn't hurt me that he came at me. That's to be expected. That's the internet. It hurt me when I started to do research on the person and I go through their list and it's just them just debunking and clowning black man after black man after black man after black man. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Black man, black man, black man, black man, black man, black man. And I'm like, bro, like, okay, you might have an issue with what we're talking about. Cool. But you ain't worrying about the people stealing our culture and messing us up. The people that are poisoning our water, putting fluoride in our water. People that are like, you know, turning us into soy boys and teaching us that soy is okay to eat in the plenty. You know what I'm saying? That we're supposed to be eating meat as black men, especially as black people, especially, and we're still eating meat. I don't care if you were the heir to Bubba Joe's barbecue. I don't care. You're not supposed to be eating that. Go do the research. Go look at the acids that are released with that stuff that's sitting in your stomach and your intestines, and all that acid has to travel through. You think that's not wearing down your insides? You think that's not keeping you from your highest potential, black man? I don't know what else I got to say right now. But I'm going to start making shorter videos on these types of topics. But I think I really got through this one a lot better than my first one. I hope my thoughts are heard. I hope they are appreciated. I hope they're just here to understand that we are just here to build each other. I'm not trying to criticize, but sometimes you got to call a duck. You know, I want us all to win. And especially with what's going on right now, we need to be prepared for everything. Whether it be the spiritual stuff, whether it be political stuff, we need to be prepared for everything. And the quicker that we start to unify, the quicker that we start to band together, the less and less power that these people have on us. Stop looking at yourself like an enemy. You're born with a team jersey on. And y'all are fighting people with the same jersey. You're scoring on your own bucket, letting the other people win, the other teams win. I'm not saying just white people, just cops. I'm just saying any opposition against what we are trying to do. You know, some of our people have taken off their jersey like a fake fan in a football game. You taking off the jersey and you put the other one on with a little sweater around the neck or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Express yourself how you want to express yourself. But there comes a time where society is going to crumble and you're going to want to be around people that look like you. Are we going to get all tribal and like pop off on people whenever our own people are coming to us with open arms saying, hey, help me. I need help. I need people that look like me. I want to be part of something. Or are we going to welcome them in because we've elevated so high? That's just my thoughts on the matter. Black men, black women, we need to get together and we need to stop bickering and start growing. To the next one.